Hello and welcome to today's episode. Today is the episode that I call Diary of a Coin Dealer. So it's everything I talk about everything that's happened during my week, the good, the bad, the sometimes ugly. It does happen, and yeah, I just want to say that it's been a pleasure being back. It's been manic in terms of turnover. I think I've done about 8,000 12 days, which is crazy. Most of that's in gold. So for those of you like, yeah, but you're going to go over the VAT. No, I'm not. I carefully watched that. And it wouldn't matter anyway because it's a rolling 12 months and I haven't been in the country. So yeah. Yeah, what have I been buying and selling? Well, these two bricks in front of you, that's for sure. They've uh, they've been traded out. So there was a gentleman who's like, I want some bricks. I was like, okay. He's like, I got some sovs. Do you want the sovs? I was like, okay. What you got? He's like, I've got 4 sovs. They've literally just arrived. I've had to refilm this because they arrived when I was filming. Then I spilled my coffee. Then I dropped some more coins. So I also chucked in these, and he had a surplus. I'm still working out what I'm going to give him. It's probably going to be along the lines of German marks. He was happy to have a lucky dip. I said to him, I can do some currency coins. I can do some silver coins. It's up to you. Like, I'm not here to rip you off or anything like that, but you do have a surplus. I can pay it in cash if you really want. And he opted for currency coins. So, man after my own heart. I do love currency coins. They're fantastic. So yeah, been super busy. And the reason I've been super busy, usually July is my down month. Unfortunately for me, I owe a lot of money. By a lot of money, it's probably enough for a small deposit on a house, which when I think of it like that makes me sad. It makes me very sad. It's alright. But so yeah, I owe for my part in the stamp business. So that needs funding. I'm hoping to clear that before September. So I probably owe around, before I clear the order I've just put in, I will get through that. I probably owe around 5, 6, maybe close to £20,000 by the end of August, which is what it is. It's a high money game. Like, people don't realize this when they get into the gold and silver community, that for people to feed their families, they have to sell a lot of items. The more bullion type dealers. So when you get to the other end of it, so the more second-hand dealers who try to hand out anything, they don't so much because they tend to overprice on certain things. It's not that they're wrong. They're providing a service. They're facilitating someone to come in, and they've got to pay for the bricks and mortar. They've got to pay for their expertise, their time, etc., etc. And it adds up. They do well, but it's not that they are overpriced or underpriced. They're just working in the market conditions that are placed before them. It is what it is, you know. So yeah, what sovereigns did he trade out? One of them was a proof. It's not perfect. He said, I'll let you have it bullion. Now, one thing I will say is, the more I think about it, the more I'm going to offer a service where I will buy at spot. I said to the gentleman, I can buy for spot plus X. I will buy for you for a spot. If you're okay with that, I'm happy to trade. So, but you have to send the items first. And the reason it's done that way is because I'm lucky enough. I don't think lucky is the right word actually. I'm fortunate enough where people trust me because I've been around a long time now, maybe 3 years, 3.5 years. But I've been on the scene a lot longer, and I've built that equity up in trust. So I've got a lot more to lose should I mess someone around. And that is what it is. It's not. Of course, I wouldn't dream of messing someone around. This is business, and it hurts my business if I do so. I will go out of business. I will have to get a job. I don't want to do that. I like working for myself. So, I have to start another business. Start again, which is what I will be doing. So yeah, he sent me these. Very nice. So yeah, going back to what I ordered, I actually put a couple of orders in. So I bought some QBs. So I was going to cap this. It's a flawed coin. See, it's got a nick there. but it's okay. So I bought 50 of these in from a gentleman up in Scotland. So again, he sent down. He sold me something else actually, and I just turned around and said to him, I was like, I can pay more, but in all honesty, I need a quick sale. You're going to get more if you go elsewhere. And he's like, I need the money quickly. I was like, okay, but I can't pay any more on this occasion because I owe so much money out. So it needs to be coins in, coins out for me. It needs to be a zero risk prospect, and I'm just facilitating, essentially being a middleman for you to sell the coins so quickly. And he was like, okay, I'm fine with that. And he's like, you've always looked after me. I said, usually I would offer you slightly more, but I just can't. I can't afford to sit on the stock. He was like, not a problem. So that's what we did. So they've got to arrive actually. They were meant to arrive today. They're stuck in Aberdeen. I don't know why, but they were special delivery, so I might actually drop him a line. So yeah, lots of things coming in, lots of things going out, lots of movement in my own personal stock. So there's a few things that I'll probably have to sell, unfortunately. This was going in my collection. It was. I don't know anymore. I'm not too sure. I thought these were copper spots here. I'm not entirely sure now. I think that this is potentially a 60. I genuinely think that. It's a nice coin on both sides. Sydney's got mintage of around 2 million. I don't really, rule of thumb, in my mind, I always book it as 50%. So if it's got a mintage of 2 million, it's probably got 1 million left. You know, they've been through 2 world wars. A lot of them have been melted. A lot of them were sent to the States. A lot of them have been sunk on ships. You know, is there 2 million of these around? Not a chance. Nowhere near. So, but you're never going to know. I think 50% is a fair number. Am I pulling that number from nowhere? Pretty much. You know, there's no scientific or analytical method to get to that number. That's what I personally think it is. And it wouldn't shock me if it's more, actually. Nice comment. But this might have to go. You know, I owe so much money that it's not about me anymore. It's about looking after the people that have looked after me in return. So I'm going to have to get rid of some of my personal collection. But then fortune favours the brave, and I'm hoping with the stamps it will allow me to build up my collection quicker after I've had a purge. So yeah, it's not always glamorous, like doing this job. Sometimes it's difficult, and sometimes I have to make decisions that I don't want to make. Like, I don't want to sell this. That's the bottom line. But it's a store of value. There's a lot of profit locked into it for me, and if it means that in the long run I can look after the people who looked after me, and I can also make a better income, then that's what I'm going to do. That's what it's about. Like, we're not magpies or goblins or anything like that. We do this for our financial health. Oh, that's why I do it anyway. You know, I got into gold and silver to improve my financial life. You know, my financial health, my personal prospects. And it makes little sense to sit on it when I have other opportunities knocking on the door that could potentially help me, and then also help build my collection, you know, in the long run. So I can find these again, you know, I do this for a living, you know, like, it's coins in, coins out, but it's still painful to move something like this. It's not a case for me at the moment where I can sell everything. Everything's got a price. You know, technically that's true, it does have a price, but I still don't want to sell it. And that's okay. You know, it is what it is, you know. Same with this. This one's probably going to go on the chopping block. This has been in my collection a while. It's worth good money. I said to fellow collector, I think that's worth around £800 to £900. You know, it's £800 to £900 that I could work with. You know, I could do a lot with. You know, I can pay off. I can pay rent for 3 months. You know, I can pay other bills. I can pay for my stamps. Again, these. I don't know why I got these graded. It didn't really make sense. This one's actually kind of rare, believe it or not. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not a panda expert. I like the idea of collecting pandas, but at the same time, I got a bit frustrated with them. I don't think there's many coins that are of superior quality. It says $120. I didn't pay that. So I couldn't actually get it. It's on the inside. So it comes with the OMP and the Quadrum case. So very nice. I've kind of talked a lot in this episode. I'm gonna call it quits now. You know, I hope you enjoyed gaining insight into my week. You know, I do have more content to put up over the next couple. Well, hopefully continuously now. Now I know what I want to do with this and where I want to take it. I do want to thank everyone for subscribing. You know, and if the parameters are not met for the giveaway, I'll give something away anyway. You know, I don't like disappointing, and I think that I think that as a community, it's a worthy cause. You know, like if I can give a coin away that someone likes, then good. That's what it's about. You know, I have some very good months, and it's nice to give back. So yeah, I'm going to call it quits, and I want to thank you for watching the video. If you want to like, subscribe, and do whatever YouTubers do, then do that. Peace.